I'm here
Thank
with
you, I was
my wife.
hoping people would clap.
We're too busy toasting.
I'm here with my wife, Rupa. We actually live in the Bay Area as well, so we get to see Dave and Kristin a lot. And we went to school with them at Stanford. And so Dave and I lived together in Donner. In freshman year, we have a couple other Donner folks here. That's how we first got to know each other. But we actually became good friends later in college, and we ended up being roommates in senior year. So I was also very lucky to have individual relationships with both Dave and Kristin prior to them becoming a couple. And I was absolutely delighted when they did decide to share the rest of their lives together. So I could talk about Dave a lot, as he's one of my best friends in the world, but his mom asked me not to share any compromising stories. So today I'm here to talk about Kristin. So, right off the bat, so Kristin was in Rinconada. I didn't know you freshman year, but you were in Rink with my wife, Rupa. And so you guys are now the fourth Rinconada Donner couple from our year, to our knowledge. So there's something very special happening between those two houses. And I originally got to know Kristin sophomore year at Yost. We had a rapport immediately because of our shared love of music and interest in technology. Some of the words that I would use to describe Kristin, right from when I first got to know her, are down to earth, kind, thoughtful, and then especially humble, and what I like to describe as quietly exceptional. So, one thing that really struck me when I first got to know Kristin was how nice and humble and down to earth she is and all these different things. And then after the fact, after having kind of built this relationship with Kristin a little bit, I learned that she's also an accomplished concert pianist, which blew me away. And so got to listen to her play a lot in Yost, went to some of her concerts at Stanford, added a whole new dimension to who Kristin is and really cemented that aspect of who she is in my mind. So, and then beyond that, as Mr. Kettler mentioned earlier, we did collaborate as well musically. So we played in a funk band together called Hot Prowl. We played at some of the Bay Area's top venues, like Kappa City, David Delt, the French House, and some other hard-hitting venues in town. So, senior year, I got to see the start of the relationship from Dave's perspective when we were roommates. So I got to hear the stories of Dave as he tried to get her attention, make his intentions clear, and win her over. I didn't think he could get her at first. I was a big cheerleader of Dave from the very beginning because I liked and respected Kristin so much. And it was obvious that they would be a great fit because of their complementary personalities and common passions, with the arts and music being one of those major ones. Being that Kristin is somewhat of an enigma, I wasn't able to give Dave much advice, but I did have one big clue as to what Kristin desired in a man, as evidenced by this verse from a song that Kristin and I co-wrote. And she actually wrote these lyrics. So the lyrics are, in the club, it's getting harder to find a girl alone. But don't give up, because she's there. Make your move, don't be scared. You know your confidence is there. She likes confident men. Dave definitely fits the bill. So, over the past few years of their relationship, it's been amazing to watch them both grow and develop as they pick up each other's complementary traits. And that's one thing I think they are. It's very complementary. Dave has become more humble, a better listener. He uses fewer hyperboles. He swears less. He's become much more empathetic. Kristin, conversely, has started swearing like a sailor, telling dirty jokes and partying all night. No, I'm just kidding. Kristin has picked up some of Dave's best traits, confidence and conviction, as evidenced by her leap into professional photography and other passion projects in the past few years. That's been something that's been very impressive and defining in my mind. So, as the wedding party's token married person, correct me if I'm wrong. I think I'm right. Oh, yes. As one of them, the oldest married person, I'll end with some unsolicited marriage advice for the bride and groom. And that's very simple. Be intentional and present in your marriage every day. I hope that you're soaking up every single second of this weekend and not being consumed worrying about the details. My wish for you both is that between work, passion projects, pets, family, and eventually kids, you'll carve out a moment every single day to be present with each other and connect, even if it's just for a very short moment, to the bride and groom.